Fighting. One of the ways that children will involve you in what they're doing and be annoying is to fight. One of my rules is you sit if you hit. And fighting usually involves hitting of some sort. We're talking about hitting, punching, butting, biting, shoving, tripping. All of those come under the heading of hitting. You sit if you hit. So the child will go to the penalty box for hitting another child. If you walk in a room and two kids are fighting, what you tend to do is go, who started this? Well, what happens then is you get to watch a big lying contest, okay? You don't want to go there. You walk in the room, they're fighting. You say, whoa, wait a minute, we have a problem this morning. You're not getting along well. You know what? We have a rule. When you play together nicely, you stay together. When you don't, you don't. So you take your toys, you go in one room. You take your toys, you go in another room. Divide and conquer. You split them up. For how long? 15 minutes, maybe a half an hour. Not a long time, not all day. That's overkill. But the message is, play nicely together, stay together. You don't, you don't. If you put them back together and they're still not getting along, then guess what? You split them up again. They need to learn to work together. They need to learn to solve their problems. One of the things parents will say to me, let's say one child's picking on another child. Then if you split them up, you're punishing this child. No, you're not. You're giving this child some space from the one who's driving them crazy. And the message to both children is, when you play together nicely, you stay together. When you don't, you don't. One of the things children will do is fight over toys. Mine. Child gets something, then the other child wants it. You can come in the smaller ages, 18 months up until 2. You just solve it. You can take the toy away, or you can say, you get it for this many minutes, and you get it for this many minutes, and you just solve it. But as children get older, you want them to begin to solve their problems. So you would walk in and you would say, okay, we have a problem. Hand me the toy. I'm going to take the toy. I'm going to come back in 2 minutes, 1 minute, not a long time. If you have a plan for the toy, if you've agreed on a plan, then I will give the toy back to you. You need to teach your children to begin to negotiate, to use their words, to work out their problems, and to solve their problems, particularly fighting over toys. Another thing is to be proactive. I notice that when I'm in homes observing parents, is they get very focused on what they're doing, i.e. parents in the kitchen, and 2 kids come running into the room and they don't even notice, they don't look, because it's a part of the daily madness, the daily craze, the daily stuff that's going on. However, it is in your best interest to learn to look. Because what could be happening is one child could have stolen a toy from another, and the other one is chasing them down, and they're about to start a big, huge fight. If you are proactive, if you are watching, then you can head that off. Otherwise, a fight erupts, and then you're back in the territory of who started this. Or you're doing divide and conquer, or you're using the penalty box. Fighting is natural. It's age appropriate. It is a behavior that you need to teach children not to use because it's a misuse of power.